بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. How are you, my students? I hope that you're happy and healthy and ready for today's lesson, which is the second part of the enrichment. And you can notice that today we'll be taking the grammar from Unit 3. So the objective is to learn about passive modal structure, change active sentences to passive, learn the passive with reporting, with the reporting verbs. So we'll be learning a lot for today. So the passive modals follow this structure. So this is the form of the passive modal. The modal itself, be, then the past participle. Again, the modal, be, then the past participle. For example here, let's take how do we change from active modal to passive modal. They will release the tiger into the wild. Of course, the modal here is will, yes, and the verb is release. And the subject is they, and the object is the tiger. How do we change from active modal to passive? So we begin with the object, the tiger will be released. Will, this is the modal, be, and the verb with the past participle is released into the wild. Another example, the vet may cancel the cat's checkup. So we say the object, the cat checkup, may be cancelled. Always follow this structure. May be cancelled. Modal, then be, then the past participle of the verb. So for example, the owners have pampered the cat. How do we change it to the passive? We begin with the object, yes, then the modal verb, the modal, then be, then the past participle. So we say the cat has been pampered by its owner. If you want to add the subject, you say by, then you write the subject, its owners. So the verb is comprised of the auxiliary has, plus the form of be, being, then the past participle pampered. So let's jump to the reporting verbs. They are used to say what other people are saying or believe about something. Say is the most common reporting verb. So the passive with the reporting verbs, we often use the passive with reporting verbs when we want to talk about what people say or what they believe. But the identity of the people isn't known or it's not important. So this is the first structure here. We say it, then the passive reporting verb, for example, said or believed, then the word that, then you continue with your clause. For example, we say, it is said that she is the leading expert on guerrilla communication. So it is, it, then the passive reporting verb said, that, then you can continue with the clause, she is the leading expert. It is believed. So instead of said, we said believed that dolphins are the most intelligent of animals, and so on. The second part here, you begin with the subject, then the passive reporting verb, then to, then you write the infinitive or the perfect infinitive. For example, the subject here is she or dolphins. She is, the dolphins are. And the passive reporting verb here is said or believed. So she is said to, this is the to here, this is it. She is said to be the leading expert on guerrilla communication, or dolphins are believed to be the most intelligent of animals. With present tense sentences, the passive reporting verb is followed by a present infinitive. So we say the cat is thought to be lost, to be lost. With past tense sentences, the passive reporting verb is followed by perfect infinitive. So we say the cat was thought to have been lost. This is perfect. That's why we have. To have been lost sometime last week. So some reporting verbs here, you can say believe, claim, estimate, feel, say, think, hope, expect, consider, and calculate. So you say it is believed, it is claimed, it is estimated, it is felt, and so on. And here's a language builder for you. Students should think twice when they read sentences with phrases like it is said, that or she is believed to be. They should ask themselves, why doesn't the writer tell me who said these things? Because sometimes statements like these are made when the speaker or the writer doesn't have to support for the statement, doesn't have any support. Maybe he doesn't know who said these words. Exercise A, circle A if the sentence is active, and P if it is passive. So circle A if it is active and P if it is passive. Young animals are often difficult to control. Young animals are often difficult to control. How do you notice? How can you tell if it's active or passive? If it's passive, it always begins with the object, but the active begins with the subject. And remember the form of the passive, the modal, and then be, and then the past participle, and so on. But the main hint here, if you can say, is that the passive always begins with the object. So young animals are often difficult to control. So is this one active or passive? Number one is active. Number one is active. Number two, crocodiles are believed to be related to dinosaurs. Crocodiles are believed to be. So this one, I think, is a little bit easy. This one is passive because we began with the object. Number three here, birds of prey can be found. Birds of prey can be found on every continent except Antarctica. So this one is also, yes, this one is also passive. Number four, because they cannot fly, penguins must live in areas where food is plentiful. Because they cannot fly, this is the sentence here, penguins must live in areas where food is plentiful. So, is this active or passive here? I think this is an obvious one. It is an active sentence. It is an active sentence because penguins are the subject here. That's why we begin the sentence with penguins. Number five, penguins can stay alive in colder weather longer than any other animal on Earth. So this one is also what? Is it an active or passive? Is penguins here the subject or the object? Penguins can stay alive in colder weather longer than any other animal on Earth. So number five is also an active because penguins is the subject here. Number six, cats are said to be more independent than other pets. Cats are said to be more independent than other pets. Said by who? So this one is a passive with the reporting verb said. Elephants in captivity should be given pedicures to keep their feet healthy. Number seven, elephants in captivity should be given. So this is an obvious one. Pedicures to keep their feet healthy. This is a passive because the subject is not mentioned. You can say elephant in captivity should be given pedicures to keep their feet healthy by the owners of the zoo or something like that. You can mention the subject by using the word by. It is said that animals behave strangely before an earthquake. It is said. that animals behave strangely before an earthquake. This one is it active or passive? Yes, this one passive. It is said, passive with the reporting word said. So moving on to exercise B here. Change each sentence from active to passive. Don't include the subject. Don't include the subject. Don't write by something. People place many unwanted animals in shelters this year. So begin with the object. People will place, this is the verb here, so this is the subject, people will place many unwanted animals. So many unwanted animals will be placed in shelters this year. So number one, if possible, people should adopt cats in pairs. People should adopt cats in pairs. So the verb is adopt, people is the subject, cats is the object. So let's see the correct answer here. If possible, cats, begin with the object, should be adopted, the past participle, in pairs. Very good. Number two, you must vaccinate cats against diseases. You must vaccinate cats. So the verb is vaccinate, the subject is you, and the object is cats. So very good. We say cats must be vaccinated against diseases. Number three, you should feed cats daily. The verb here is feed. So who is doing the feeding? The subject, you, and who's the object? Cats. I think now it's getting easier. So we say yes, cats should be fed. The past participle of feed is fed daily. Number four, you can train your cat not to bite or scratch. So what do we say here? Yes, cats or your cat can be trained not to bite or scratch. Moving on to exercise C here. Rewrite each sentence using the cue provided and the passive with a reporting verb. So using reporting verbs. People estimate that cheetahs can run up to 112 kilometers per hour. So the verb here is estimate. So we say it is estimated. It is estimated. Then you continue that cheetahs can run up to 112 kilometers per hour. So I think now you're beginning to get the hang of it. Number one, people believe that elephants have good memories. Elephants have good memories. People believe. So we say elephants are, yes, believed to have good memories. Very good. Scientists believe the same thing, that reptiles are descendants of dinosaurs. So we have the word believe. Yes, we say it is believed that reptiles are descendants of dinosaurs. Number three, people believe also that the cow is a quiet, docile creature. So what do we say here? The cow is believed to be a quiet, docile creature. Number four, historians say, this is different here, say that Napoleon feared cats. So we say Napoleon is, and the verb say, yes, is said to have feared cats. We say Napoleon is said to have feared cats. So when the verb is believe, we say believed. When the verb is say, we say said. When the verb is estimate, we say estimated. The reporting verb is according to the main verb in the sentence. And with that, we reach the end of this lesson. See you next lesson, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.